Hey, folks, welcome to Sports Focus. I am your host, John McNeil. With me is Mr. Kevin Sybil's. Ain't that importance in that one?
Wow, that was a long pause.
You like that. Big congratulations to France. Viva la France, the World Cup. They are the champions. And, you know, I don't know if you watched it, but I did. Very exciting game. I think you guys need to get up on that soccer. I know we got soccer coming to East Hartford, the women's team at the Rensselaers Field, the 29th. Go check that out. It was an exciting game. It was the second most points scored in a World Cup final.
Wow.
The record is 7. And they did 6. They almost had 7. Croatia almost won it, but, you know, they didn't make the right moves in getting it done. But congratulations to them. Big shout out to Croatia, too. They did a good job. You notice all of the Africans on France. Just want to point that out. I'm just saying, you know.
Okay.
Yes, let's keep it moving. How do you feel about the Lakers and what they are done? We talked last time about the Lakers. 2 things, both of our points have been proven. Remember I said that while LeBron is in Cleveland, you said, oh, yeah, he's making the moves. And I was like, oh, he's the GM? We find out now when he's in L.A., just get there, Magic and the general manager is consulting LeBron. So if they're consulting LeBron in L.A., you know what's going on in Cleveland. LeBron is like, look, I'm telling you, I'm giving you the list who to get.
Told you.
But Magic is concerned because I found the Lance Stevenson thing a little strange since they was beefing so hard. So you had to figure that Magic had to go to LeBron and be like, what about Stevenson? And he had to get the call. He signed off. So that's when you know, as the athlete, you have a lot of pull. Mm-hmm. When the general manager and the owner and Magic is what, player personnel,
right?
Paper, going to you and saying, what about this guy, this guy, and that one?
I kept telling everybody, I say he wasn't doing anything like that in Cleveland. I said, you got to be kidding me. He picked the coach and picked everyone else around him. His only kink in his wheel was Kyrie saying bye.
Yeah.
He wasn't expecting it, and it threw a monkey wrench into everything he was doing. So
LeBron is in L.A. There's tons of NBA moves. Melo getting traded to the Hawks. How is that gonna work out? He was such a good player. Remember when he came out of Syracuse? Maybe he should have stayed a couple more years. I don't know. But he came out like he was supposed to be he was supposed to be where LeBron is at.
Right.
But and Wade and all those guys, and it never materialized.
He was good in Denver. After Denver, I don't know what happened.
Yeah. Now he's what? Well, hey, but you know he's getting over $20-something million to go to Atlanta. There's no LeBron in the East. Philly, I feel like they didn't get that free agent. So Boston is still Boston. I think Boston should run the East. As long as they got Kyrie. And you see,
as they stay healthy.
Long as they stay healthy, they got the coach, they got the system.
Yes, they do.
They are set to run the East right now.
For a minute.
But I see we also got Leonard going to Raptors. Don't know how that's going to work out.
Well, they need to get him some more players around him because they send DeMar Rosen
to San Antonio.
So
you got Danny Green and Leonard going to the Raptors, and you got Rosen and a couple of players going to San Antonio.
Right, because they said definitely they won't send him to the West.
And both players do not even want to play there.
Nope.
So that is going to be interesting.
Kawhi has. They want to go to L.A. and so did Kawhi Leonard.
But DeRozan, he loves Toronto.
Yeah.
They did. I guess they did him dirty. They said they told him they wasn't gonna, do anything, and they did it to him anyway.
I can't see why.
It happens. We talked about this a long time ago, and the whole Ezekiel Elliott thing when the commissioner went to Jerry Jones and told him we're not suspending Zeke, but then they suspended him. So, but this guy, he's taking it a little harder than that. He's going to a good situation, DeRozan. He's got one of the best coaches in NBA history. So get over it. You're getting money and you're going to a good situation. So let's see how that works out. King James is doing this thing out there. He's something else.
Yeah, and he even talked about Kobe coming back. I said, nah, Kobe's
come
not
on,
coming
man.
back.
Leave that alone. Leave that alone.
Kobe's not coming back.
Leave it alone. Now,
Jesus.
Terrell Owens. We didn't get to talk about this at all. Your thoughts, because I have some thoughts. Terrell Owens, if you don't know, Terrell Owens is not attending the Hall of Fame induction ceremony. Instead, he's going to do it at his college university, University of Tennessee, Chattanooga, the day, I believe, prior to the actual, no, they're doing it
The morning.
yeah, the August 2nd. So he's not going to be in Canton. Let's start off. How do you feel about that? He's not going in with this awesome class of individuals. Ray Lewis, Brian Urlacher, Randy Moss. You got the great Bobby Beathard. You got this guy for you old timers, Jerry Kramer. Finally is going in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, it took him a long time.
It took him the longest.
Jeez.
Thoughts, Mr. Civils, and Brian Dawkins, by the way, one of the great
I guess
safeties.
this is one of those thumb things that he's given to the NFL for so long, especially the sports writers and everything, giving him such a hard time through his career. He said, so why should I parade in front of y'all? I go parade in front of the people who always had my back. I understand it to a certain point. But you just don't wipe your behind on being inducted into the hall. Go pay your respect, especially to those who paved the way for you to get your behind in the hall. But I kind of understand why.
Yeah, I that is his right. I give him that. That is his right to, if he want not to go, hey, don't go.
And they said there's going to be no mention of him during the whole ceremony.
How do you feel about that?
I feel it's right. You don't want to come, why should I mention you? Why should I give you a video tribute? Why should I have someone speak on your behalf? You decided to pull yourself away from the event, so we're not going to mention you in the event. Fair is fair.
There you go. My thoughts on Mr. Owens. As you know, I was a big fan of Terrell Owens, and this one right here, I feel like this is his nail in the coffin. I feel like he don't participate in this thing. I feel like he will get that OJ treatment. They will say, remember how they do OJ, great NFL player, football player, and all that stuff. Oh, but that's going to be Terrell Owens from here on out in the rest of his career. I just hope he doesn't wake up one day and be like, damn, I should have went. Because he did tell, I believe, Shannon Sharp that if he was a first ballot Hall of Famer, he would be there. But that just shows the type of guy Terrell Owens is. He's cheating me, by the way. I have his jerseys. I'm not going to see Terrell Owens any longer. That was my moment to see T.O. And for 15, 20 minutes, how he could bash those writers the same way Michael Jordan did when he had his Hall of Fame speech. This was his moment. We ain't gonna know the people that's at his college. They're gonna know the players, the coaches, high school coaches, the college coaches, the family. They're gonna know all those people that helped them. We ain't gonna know those people. I don't know if they're televising this thing or whatever, but
It's going to be interesting.
I'm very disappointed in T.O. Very disappointed because Hall of Fame, that's our start to the football season. And, now he totally cheated us out of that whole thing. And,
I'm upset that he didn't do it, but I understand his reasoning. Maybe he should have been a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Yeah,
There's a couple of other ones that weren't first round.
Of course. Lynn Swann waited how many years?
Oh, yes.
John Stallworth, Charles Haley. We've been talking on this very show
about
Charles Haley. And
Haley
Sapp, and Strahan went in before Charles Haley.
And that was ridiculous.
So you know what, T.O.? You get the gas face on that one. So good luck to you, brother.
I ain't heard the gas face in a minute.
Yeah, I want to say something else,
yeah,
but we can't. Let's move on to another controversial person and topic. The national anthem.
Oh, jeez. Brace yourself.
Oh, now, the NFL has a new policy for this season and going forth. All NFL personnel, players, anyone associated with the NFL who's on the field must stand and, I don't know if put the hand over your heart or like what they're doing.
I think you would have just stand. They didn't say you had to do anything else.
But they must, adhere to the national anthem. No, I guess.
No kneeling. No
kneeling. No disrespecting the flag. I actually like the policy because they do say if you don't want to be on the field when the national anthem is being played, you can stay in the locker room. My thing is, what's wrong with that?
Right.
I have no problem with that. Jarrell Casey from the Tennessee Titans has come out and said that he is still going to do it. The Players Association is grieving this ruling. I don't know why they're bringing it back up, but
like I told everyone before, when you enter the stadium, you are now on the clock. You are on your owner's time. I can't walk into my place of business, walk in and say, sign in and say, I'm protesting, blah, 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 blah.
I'm going to do this.
They're going to look at me like I have 3 heads.
They're going to say, it's your job.
Right.
This is their job.
I understand that you have every right to your Second Amendment, Second Amendment rights. But once you're on the clock, you are on the clock, which means you represent the team in which you're getting paid for from the time you enter your arena. Mm-hmm. So if your owner say, stand up. Stand up. If you don't like it, stay your butt in the locker room. Makes sense to me.
Very clear.
You're supposed to do this like Jim Brown and other stars before then. They did their protests and everything on their time. They didn't do it pre-game. They didn't do it post-game. Their time after the games.
After the games.
Not during practice, after the games, in the off season. They did all their protests then. Never, ever, ever during the season.
And them brothers back in those days faced more racial heat than these money-making brothers today. Right. So,
stop acting like it's just now happening last year.
No, protest, no, man. Because of my man, Mr. Afro Man himself, Colin Kaepernick.
And like I said before, I still question his reasons.
Yeah. Yeah.
His timing. Yep.
It's weird. It's
very weird.
Kind of weird that, and it's the NFL, I must say real quickly, complicated everything by not having him have a job because he wasn't yelling, wasn't being the media, just standing, sitting, kneeling, and that's what he was doing. And he ain't got a job. So that thing, he'll never probably play in the NFL because it'd be too much attention. But protests, I don't know what these young athletes is protesting. They got a lot of money. They can do this.
Exactly.
They can, get the brothers together, chip in, and hey, we're going to protest whatever we're going to protest. You can do that. Let us watch our football and enjoy the games again.
Right.
And I definitely don't want to hear 45 talking.
Again.
Hey, folks, that's all the time we have for you. Thank you for joining us, and thank you, Mr. Simmons. Peace.